to our Women in Testing session today with Natallia Iskortseva. So Natallia is a great lady from Belarus. She's the president of the Belarusian Testing Board, and she is one of the women in testing we are speaking today. So Natallia, you studied in Minsk at the Mechanics and Mathematics University, right? And so how did you start your career, in fact?
Hi, Werner. Nice to meet you. And hi, everyone who is listening us. Yes, I studied at Belarusian State University in Mechanics and Mathematics faculty. And to tell the truth, I even couldn't imagine that there is a profession of software tester that times. So I started to work as a mathematics teacher at school. Then I worked as in logistic company and even in radio station. And the salary was so low that I was trying to find some other job. And I had a friend. She was married with an American guy, and she was going to go to United States. But at that time, she worked as a software tester, and she just offered me to replace her. I went to the interview, and they made me immediate offer. So I think the field was so empty. It was not so popular at the times. So, and I was quite smart girl, and yes, the salary was 5 or even 10 times bigger than I had before. So it was very good offer and very good chance to have more money and to develop as a professional.
So like the IT field was in fact a way to come into a new field also from earning, right, for you?
Yeah, this was quite a new field. I even can't imagine what should I do. And they gave me a testing project. I tried to find some bugs. I was very nervous because I didn't know if I'm right or I'm wrong. I just tried to find something, and it was a big document with maybe 100 bugs. So they were very impressed.
So how long is that ago, Natallia?
How long what?
How long is that? How long is that ago? So when was that? You finished university 2-3, so shortly after university?
I started to work as a tester, I think maybe few years later. So I had a gap for different jobs, and yeah, few years later. So
when you arrived in testing, were there mostly men or were there more women?
At that times, all men were busy with programming, with managing projects, with analytics. So this field was empty, and there were mostly women, girls, let's say, and we did mostly manual testing. So yeah, men didn't want to do manual testing. It's like monkey testing for them. It's not very how to say yeah, programmer is more, to be a programmer was more more fitable for men, or how to say that, I don't know. They didn't want.
Did you see any barriers for you?
Barriers? For me, it was very simple to come into this field, and no, I don't think there were any barriers, because soon I started to teach software testing in the university, different trainings, courses, and so on. No concurrence.
Okay, so what was then important for your career that you went into software testing? Because it was a surprise, right? So when you started, you was not even aware that software testing is there, and 2 years later you came in there. When you now go back, what was helpful for you to go into this field from what you learned before?
I think that it was my background, because I loved mathematics very much, and I think it makes your brain very strong, and you know different uh, you can you can think what is happening, yes, and do some retrospectives or some analytics or something like this. And also I am very how to say, I like to find small things in big things, you know. So this is my life experience, I think. Maybe even my genetics. My mom do the same. She's not a tester, but she likes to find bugs in clothes or in someone works or something like that. I think it plays a big role.
Hmm. And when you look now back today, you are working more in the psychology and testing field. When you now look back these 17 years, in fact, in that area, what changed? Do you see changes happening?
Uh, I think, you know, when I've never felt pressure when I was a tester. Um, for example, that men's have more possibilities and women's not. I think I'm a very lucky person, so it's very difficult for me to make some conclusions based to my experience. But if to say from the side of psychology, I can say that now it is easy for women to become an IT specialist, a tester or a programmer or a manager, because you know all these uh, feminism things and so on. They push things forward, and women now have more possibilities um, to be even a manager or an owner of the company and so on. I think
Hmm.
this yeah, it's more easier now.
So, and did you feel any kind of problems with men over that time, or you never had these issues in the career, or can you tell a little bit about that?
Uh, as to tell, as if I would say about my experience, I think that men's helped me all the time. No problems, no concurrence or something like that. Because I had one very interesting story in my life when in 2009, when I wanted to bring an ISTQB in Belarus. It was very interesting and very nice experience because I was not the only one who wanted to do this. There was a man, an owner of IT company, very strong man, good background, experience, and so on. And as you can see now, I won that time. Yes,
Mhm.
it was. And, you know, I was pregnant that time, and I remember when I came to Vienna to with a speech about Belarus, about our IT sphere, and so on, to become a member of ISTQB. I think this fact played a good thing for me because
Mhm.
in ISTQB there were many strong men, and I'm very how to say. So a small woman with big belly and they said that I'm very motivated, so this was my motivation to
I
come.
would I would never say that you are a small woman, Natalia. You clearly said that. But when you look now on that, I think you achieved a lot. In fact, you was one of the first women in ISTQB, and I think that's a really big thing. But it already shows that you are now since 14 years in ISTQB. I think that's also a long time, right? So
Yes.
we have also a good tradition of having strong women in our organization, and I think that's also part of our big success. But when you look back and when you would see now new women coming into the area of testing, what would you recommend them? What should they learn? What should they think about? Are there any recommendations you can give to them?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I think that everybody who wants to go to IT should listen to yourself. If you really want to work in IT or you just want to earn a lot of money, because many people think that they can earn a lot of money only in IT. But based on my experience, I can say you can earn a lot of money in any sphere, even if you're a teacher or something special. And then, for sure, you should have good technical background, and also you should know what is the difference between different professions, like tester, technical writer, manager, or programmer, or something like that. And look back and try to find your abilities, what you do best of all in your life. For example, as I said about my mother, she can find bugs in regular life. If you have something like this, sure, you go to and become a software tester. If you like to work with documents, you can work as a technical writer, for example. Because as for me, I don't like to work with documents at all. So for me, it was the hardest part to make all these test cases and so on and so on.
You should love what you do. I think that's an important thing. And I think that's also why you see so many passion in testing, when people love testing. And I think that's exactly what you're describing. Well,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. And are there any other things? What do you think they should study today? Is it going in just programming, or do you think there's still the possibility that when you walk ways like you did, that you don't have the clear goal to be a software tester afterwards? Do you still think there's a possibility to go other ways?
I think it depends on the company where you want to go to work, for example, because different companies deal with different fields and you need different knowledges and so on. So first of all, you should love the profession you will work, and just go to the interview and try to feel what exactly you need to work there. And as I know, companies usually say we need this and this and that. So even if you read a text about the vacancy, so you can understand what exactly you need to work there.
Natallia Iskortseva, my friends, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much. It was very inspiring to have you here with us. And yeah, we hope to see you very soon on the next BySTQB Chair again. Unfortunately, you can't be today with us here in Marrakesh, but I'm very sure and I'm very hopeful that we will see you very soon again. And yes, thank you very much, Natallia. It has been a pleasure, and good luck in Belarus, and see you very soon.
Thank you very much, Werner, and good luck to everybody who is with us today. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.